Oh my gosh, did you hear my stomach? Hey guys! I posted my acne transformation on Instagram a few weeks ago, so I wanted to make a YouTube video to kind of talk about it and go more into depth about what I did and what it all means. So if you're struggling with acne, definitely watch this. I promise it's... First of all, I have struggled with acne since I was probably like 12. In junior high is when I started breaking out, and it wasn't anything crazy, but it was definitely something that affected me and my self-confidence, especially going into high school. My skin got progressively worse, and it would be like seasons where my skin was really clear, and then it would be just a total mess and would be disgusting everywhere, and I was like, okay, no. So I started going to a dermatologist, and I was like, fix it, like I don't really know what's happening. So I got prescribed a lot of different things like Retin-A. I was prescribed antibiotics at one point, and nothing seemed to work for my skin, and it started freaking me out that it was only getting worse and that nothing was helping or clearing it up. So I started taking it into my own hands, and I started researching the types of acne that I had and how I could treat it and how I could prevent it. I came across a face map and I thought it was super interesting, so I'll put it up for you guys so you guys can see it. The forehead area is your digestive system and your stomach and what you eat and your diet. So that freaked me out because my forehead was full of just little whiteheads and just texture that made it look super bumpy when I put makeup on it, or just in the sun or in certain lighting, it looked super gross. I looked up foods that cause acne and that I should avoid. I found online that dairy is like the #1 cause of acne, and sugar and bread, so things with high glucose. So I was like, okay, like I'm gonna try this out, and I completely stopped eating dairy, stopped eating sugar, especially if it was like fruity drinks. I stuck to water for everything. If I went out to a restaurant or if I ordered something, always water. Once I started watching what I was eating and my diet and how it affected my skin, it completely changed and it totally cleared up, and I was like, the next area on the face map is the cheeks, and that was mostly stress and bacteria and kind of putting your face where it doesn't belong. So touching your face throughout the day. I started watching, you know, what I was doing with my face and how I was touching it, and I tried to always keep my hands super clean, and I always changed out or washed my pillowcases because that's also a big cause of bacteria and acne while you sleep. And then down here is your hormonal breakout area. So around your period, this is something that is harder to control because it is your hormones and it is your body just kind of producing it, especially around your period. So it's all down here, and I would realize that, yeah, I would get a lot of breakouts around my chin or even under my jawline, which was something that was unusual for me and that I didn't even know you could break out there. So I started researching the types of acne that I had, and down here was mostly cysts and under the skin pimples, which are super painful, and they're under the skin so you can't pop them, and they're really hard to get rid of, and they're just kind of there. So a medication that really works for those is benzoyl peroxide. I researched a crap ton, and I found that this was the best for preventing it because it actually goes under the skin surface to prevent new ones from coming up, and it heals the ones that are already there so that they don't form heads and create huge pimples on your face. So my benzoyl peroxide I got from Kaiser Permanente, and I'm sure you can get it from any drugstore because I did not have a prescription when I went and got mine. It was just kind of sold there at the pharmacy, so that's where I purchased mine. And it's a face wash, so you wash your face and then you leave it on for a few minutes, so it actually penetrates deeper into your skin and deeper into your pores, and it actually kills bacteria that is there and wanting to create acne in your skin. Super beneficial for me, and I swear by that for cysts and under the skin pimple. For my skin congestion and just the whiteheads that I would have on my forehead or even along my cheeks with salicylic acid. And I found that in little cotton pads that you could purchase at CVS. It's a 2%, so this is the strongest medication that you can get without being prescribed by a dermatologist. And this totally changed my skin, even the texture, because salicylic acid, what it does is it exfoliates the first layer of your skin, removing your dead skin cells. So it even helps with hyperpigmentation because I had super bad scarring just along the sides of my cheeks even, and I still have scarring, but it's not as bad as what it was because of the salicylic acid. It helps with hyperpigmentation, and it also helps with whiteheads. It kills the bacteria inside of the whitehead, helps calm it down because I know whiteheads could get super red and inflamed and they look super noticeable. So salicylic acid is super beneficial in that case, for my skin especially. So thanks for watching, guys. This is how I cleared my skin and I hope it works for you. If anything, I would try watching what you eat and looking at the face maps online because they're super informative and it totally changed the way I handle my skin and how I deal with my acne. My skin still isn't perfect and I still definitely break out because I'll eat bad or just because of my period, but it's definitely transformed since I started watching my diet, being strict on myself about how I touch my face or what touches my face. Everybody, I think, can benefit from eating healthier, so definitely try this out and let me know if this has helped you and your acne struggles. Definitely message me on Instagram or comment on this video because this is something that totally has changed my skin and changed the way I feel about myself because I know acne is super debilitating and it makes you feel insecure, and I totally understand that and it's normal and so many people struggle with it. If this is something that seems interesting to you and that you would want to try, definitely let me know how it's worked for you. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like this video if you found it beneficial and informative for you and your acne, and just know that you are not alone in the struggle. Thanks for watching.